How's it going, fellow YouTubers? I am your host, Sterner's Journal, and today I'm going to be talking about something very wild that happened to me lately. So if you guys have been following up on my channel, you would know that my last commentary was about the first time I bought weed, how my mom busted me, and how I was talking about that my parents would never find out about my doings again. Well, I was wrong. Coincidental? No. How did this happen? Well, you see, my computer down here is hooked up to like 3 hard drives. My dad upstairs synchronizes all those hard drives to his computers, and he can see everything. Literally, there's a list in front of him of what goes on that hard drive that is new since the last time he synchronized it. Well, he saw a title that says, "First time buying weed, mom finds it." So he was curious and decided to open it and listen to it. Therefore, he heard my whole story and found out about my doings. Dad, if you're watching this right now, I understand if you're still mad at me, but oh well, because I'm about to tell you why I decided to start consuming marijuana. First of all, the name marijuana was just made up by the feds in the 1930s because it was mostly grown in Mexico and the West Indies, and they were coming in fast in that time period, and they didn't want that to happen. So they used marijuana as a symbol of terrorism and, extraterrestrial, whatever, whatnot, illegal immigrants, yeah, like I just said, so they wouldn't come in. So its real name is cannabis, and you guys should already know that. If you don't, go do your freaking research, then come back to this video and watch the rest. For all you guys that already know that and are sticking around, the second reason is, yes, there is a theory that cannabis does kill brain cells, but what you probably didn't know, because I did my research, but what you guys probably did not know is that cannabis actually only kills the oldest, weakest brain cells in order to make room for the newest ones. Therefore, you're not really losing any, you're just making space for newer ones. Third reason, it calms me down. Okay, I stress a lot, I panic a lot, and I try to hide that a lot from people. Therefore, I use cannabis to calm me down, to help me relax, as a medicinal use. And actually, that's the major reason, along with the fact that it helps me think much better. It opens up my mind to a lot more thinking. I get a lot more creative with my music and my drawing, and just communication in general gets better with my family. My dad and I were home alone for a while my mom was in Boston a few weeks ago for Christmas, and usually I don't get along with my dad very well. He has to yell at me a lot. I don't listen to him a lot. But during Christmas break, or winter break, I was pretty much baked the whole time, My dad didn't know about that. And if you're watching this now, Dad, you probably know about it. But what was very crucial to me is that we actually bonded a lot during that winter break. And that's because I actually had something to make me relax. I was able to be around him without starting shit. I was able to sit down and just enjoy life and just listen to him and laugh, make him laugh. We got along pretty well. And that's like the only times I actually get along with family is when I smoke, because it helps me open up my ears and actually listen to people. Now, here's the actual major reason. Like I said, it helps me with my music. I probably haven't said this yet, but music is what I'm shooting for in my career. When I was little, I started playing piano, very young age. I found out I was pretty much a natural for learning music. I started learning like 5 songs in about a week. I have a passion for music, guys. On my 10th birthday, I received my first acoustic guitar. My first song I learned to play was Back in Black, and I just fell in love with learning instruments since then. A year later, my dad bought me my first electric guitar. Not even a year later, my uncle gave me his drum set for free, so I got to practice that a lot. I learned that so quick. Then about a year or 2 later, I got an electric bass. I just been jamming a lot. I've been writing my own stuff. I've been doing a lot of covers. If you guys want to hear some of my stuff, feel free to go on SoundCloud, look up Kim Ninja 00, and you will see all my songs there. For you stoners, I have a song called Blue Dream. You guys might enjoy that. But anyways, back to the topic. Whenever I'm sober and I play music and I try to make my own stuff, nothing good really comes out. I just end up zoning out or just starting to play like Guns N' Roses stuff, like stuff I already know. So I'm not really advancing in any way doing that. Now you see, when I smoke, when I'm high, I'm like in a totally different world. I hear so many melodies in my head that usually I don't when I'm sober. So when I do that, I just sit down, and since my mind is just telling me to relax, sit down, do what you do what you love what you do, I pick up my guitar and I just spend my time getting out those notes from my head onto that guitar and making melodies that I hear in my head. And therefore that turns out great. Every song I've recorded that I've uploaded on SoundCloud, I was high when I recorded it, when I wrote it. The songs that I write themselves because they're already there in my head, ready to just be thrown out onto microphones and onto a software and recorded, and bam. So that's what has advanced me lately in my music career. Now I've been getting a job. I got offered a position as a live musician at a cafe, playing gigs every like other Friday night, making like $100 to $150 per show. And that's a great offer. And would have I gotten that if I was sober this whole time? If I would have not gotten the creativity and the time and the relaxation to write down all my pieces and record them and put them on SoundCloud? I think not. Why? Because then the guy would have not heard anything he liked. And guys, I will admit there is a downside to me working so much on music, is that I'm not doing so good in school. Like I said before, I don't recommend smoking too much if you're thinking about majoring in like academics or something major where you need to go to college, because you want that life. That's the life you choose. Do what you love what you do. All right, I already said that about myself earlier. That's the motto for this episode. You see, for me, I'm not really concerned about my school right now. First reason is because my teachers don't really know how to get stuff across to their students. Therefore, I'm not really getting interested in learning. And secondly, music is so very much what I want to do in the future. I mean, I hate that kids and just random musicians in general get famous because of like YouTube or, you know, or like American Idol or something like that. I want to go out there in the world, just travel around, play gigs, whatever, in the streets, bars, cafes, stadiums, whatever, just to show my talent, my actual talent. And I want that to be what drags me to my success in life. And the only way I feel I can do that is if I consume cannabis, because it helps me think, it helps me calm down, it helps me open up my eyes, my ears, my mind entirely to the whole world, and I can see everything clearly, I can hear everything clearly, I communicate better with people. Honestly, like the bonding I was talking about with my dad, it wasn't just with him, it happened with my cousins, my friends at school, my teachers. Like, I've gotten along with so many more people now. And it's all because I now act calm and I'm just able to speak freely. I know this is not the greatest backup for using this, but I told my dad, just look at the greatest musicians in life. Bob Dylan, Jimi Hendrix, Janis Joplin, David Bowie, John Lennon, Paul McCartney, all of them, they consumed cannabis. And they even admitted it themselves. That's what got them to write such amazing songs. And that's what inspired me. Well, not the weed itself, but music. I was like, I'm gonna write great music. I already tried it. I didn't like it so much. First time I tried weed, my mind just opened up so fast, and that's when I recorded my first song. There's just so much on my mind right now. It's so hard to get it all out. Just to sum it up, guys, cannabis, in my opinion, is very helpful if you're the artistic kind of person, where you want to go in the future as a painter, a musician, a poet, any kind of performer or artist, or somebody who does like social networking or something like that. I don't know. But my point is, do what you gotta do. Live your life however you feel you can make it better yourself. Whatever floats your boat. Like I said, for the third time, do what you do what you love what you do. I'm just gonna keep at it, guys. I'm gonna write more music. Hopefully when I'm 18, my parents have more tolerance for me with cannabis. I honestly am trying so hard in school, but it's just so hard to focus with the lack of appeal that the teachers put into the work, into the learning. There's nothing really that's being shot at me that makes me want to learn. So therefore, that's why I'm not really interested in school right now. So guys, I really hope you get my point on why I've been consuming cannabis so much lately and how it's helped me so far and how I think it's going to help me in the future. So guys, leave a like on this video if you can relate to it in any way. Subscribe to my channel to show support, and if you guys want to know about any upcoming videos, follow my Twitter, Sterno's Journal. And guys, enjoy life, okay? See you. Peace.